Now for a follow-up to a story we brought you a few weeks ago about controlled blasts on Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, where taller fencing is going up at the border. It made national headlines after the chair of the Tohono O'odham Nation said the blast threatened significant cultural sites, something Customs and Border Protection denies. Both sides spoke out again this week, and the media got a closer look at the detonations.
Fire in the hole.
A fifth round of controlled blast in Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument went off Wednesday without producing much of a bang, but they have triggered outcry from environmentalists and leaders of the Tohono O'odham Nation. Customs and Border Protection officials say the explosives are necessary to break through solid rock and give crews a better foundation to install 30-foot bollard fencing.
And this is actually less damaging than some of the other ways, and even some of the hydraulic hammers that you can use will not break through some of this, so this is the fastest, most efficient way to get it done.
During this demonstration on Monument Hill,
it is an honor to have been invited to testify before you today.
On Capitol Hill, Tohono O'odham Nation Chairman Ned Norris Jr. appeared at a congressional hearing.
For us, this is no different from DHS building a 30-foot wall along Arlington Cemetery or to the grounds of the National Cathedral.
Norris told the Subcommittee for Indigenous Peoples that the blast sites are on sacred burial grounds. CBP says their own surveys show that is not the case, and that environmental monitors are on the lookout for any cultural artifacts that may turn up. The agency also pushes back against Norris's claim that officials never consulted with the tribe and says talks are ongoing.
This work, particularly the barrier here that's currently existing, that environmental survey work was completed back in 2010 for this. At that time, that was coordinated with the tribe.
This project near the port of entry in Lukeville is one of several happening along the southern border to install taller barriers. Plans here also call for more than 40 new miles of wall that will also include new roads, lights, drainage gates, and animal passages. Crews have completed about 9 miles so far. Protesters gathered on the highway near the border say money and resources spent building the wall should instead go toward immigration reform and clearing the mounting backlog of cases.
If the government would put a little more money into that whole business, instead of building a wall out here, they could just hire people that do bookwork instead of people that are building walls.
Going forward, CBP officials say additional wall projects are likely and that the federal government will handle those sites respectfully.
I think we do a very good job of taking into consideration everywhere we go any cultural impacts to anybody in the area.
But Norris would disagree. He asked Congress to crack down on the Department of Homeland Security's authority to waive environmental laws and put the brakes on future construction.
Preservation of history and culture of O'odham is not just important to the Tohono O'odham Nation, it is important to the preservation of the history and culture of the United States.